Hello, my dear viewers. We're finally back with a new saga. Welcome to the Saga. We start off with the newest volume, Volume 17, The New Era. Let's get right into it. We cut to King Tacos, Adam, and BD on Library of Fall, now renamed to Library of McChicken. They're talking about the plan of getting to Ragebait C. King Tacos tells his team, "My amazing crew, it's finally time to sail out to the Ragebait Sea and access what it's hiding." We finally own all the Quan Mills novels, and each piece provides us with runic symbols that we must draw on a goon tackle in the Ragebait Sea that opens some type of entrace to the true contents of the Ragebait Sea. Right now, we will sail out to the Ragebait Sea, enter it, and get the Goon Piece. We have currently dominating the 7 gooning seas, us owning 4 of them, while G. Elfish owns 3 of them. Right here, right now, we will go into a new adventure, into the new era. Everyone shouts as they're hyped. King Tacos, BD, and Adam board the end. They set out sailing towards the Ragebait Seas. As they're sailing, BD says, "None of you wonder what Ragebait Sea actually looks like?" Adam says, "Yay, I wonder too. Hope it's pinkish with dildos all around. My ass is itching for some." King Tacos says, "It'll look like the Gooner's paradise. That's what I hope, at least something nice, something beautiful." Some time passes and they're halfway there. They are sailing close to the No Goon Organization's sea. King Tacos was eating, and out of nowhere the food starts to fly. King Tacos is really confused and says, "What the fuck? Man, I was eating that." He looks behind and sees a no-nut Navy ship with one of No Gooners, Miro D. Sucker. King Tacos doesn't want that flame and tells his team, "Avoid him! We can't afford to fight him." Miro D. Sucker shouts, "Tacos! Why are you running away from me, you little scaredy cat faggot?" Miro D. Sucker magically picks up cannonballs and throws it really fast towards King Tacos' ship. King Tacos deflects most of them and they explode to the next of the ship. King Tacos shoots some of cannonballs from his ship. Miro D. Sucker opens his throat. All the cannonballs go inside it. Miro D. Sucker opens the mouth again and all the cannonballs shoot back at a higher speed. King Tacos barely blocks all of them. King Tacos orders Adam to stop the ship and to face the enemy as this is going nowhere. King Tacos tells Miro D. Sucker, "You want to fight? Then let's fight, you fucking cunt. Show me that sucking power of yours." King Tacos shouts, "Mamá, estoy sin blanca, desempleado. Tengo 6 asignaturas aprobadas y huelo fatal. Quiero de verdad a mi esposa, a quien conocí hace apenas 2 días. Mientras tú me abofeteas con tu pantufla y papá me golpea con su cinturón, soy un judío indio latino débil y maricón. Dame tu fuerza. Mexican Rage. Gear 3 Mode 2. King Tacos quickly jumps in and charges in towards Miro D. Sucker, but Miro easily creates a gravitational barrier between the two and says, "Really, Tacos?" Miro flicks his finger down and King Tacos gets crushed below. King Tacos quickly recovers and charges back up, landing a nasty hit on Miro. Miro throws up some blood and says, "There we go!" Miro D. Sucker flings his finger up, sending Tacos in the air. Miro D. Sucker pulls out a sword and charges it with Thugger's Gunki. He floats towards King Tacos and tries to slice him, but Tacos deflects the attack and kicks Miro away. Miro D. Sucker unleashes his Thugger's Gunki and charges his sword with it. He swings his sword, sending a ranged slash. King Tacos blocks the attack and sees Miro D. Sucker rushing in. Miro swings his sword down, and then up, finishing it with a kick. King Tacos throws up blood and gets thrown in the water. As he was about to stand up, Miro D. Sucker flicks his finger up and makes King Tacos come out. He sends a ranged slash attack that harms King Tacos. BD screams, "Tacos, I'll save you!" BD charges in towards Miro D. Sucker and bites his arm, injuring him badly. Miro D. Sucker says, "Oh yay, keep biting me, I'm almost finished." He flicks his finger, sending BD flying. Miro D. Sucker drags King Tacos over his ship and tries to stab him, but King Tacos dodges it and lands a nasty uppercut kick on Miro D. Sucker, sending him in the air. King Tacos charges his fist up with green gunki and leaps in towards Miro D. Sucker, punching him with an advanced technique. Miro D. Sucker throws up some blood and uses his gravitational throat powers to make a spear out of it. He shoots it towards King Tacos, which pierces him. Miro D. Sucker coats his sword with his gravitational throat Know My Power and slashes King Tacos, sending him flying. King Tacos crashes on his ship and throws up a lot of blood. He was about to start a chant for Gear 4, but we hear Miro D. Sucker talking to someone. Miro D. Sucker tells Tacos, well, lucky for you, the higher-ups are calling me to give them some mad deep throat right now. Well, until next time, Tacos. I won't go easy on you, though. A red goon tackle spawns and teleports the entire No-Nut Navy ship away. Adam finally comes out of the ship and sees King Tacos beaten up and cut badly. Adam says, "Shit, bro, that no-gooner really roughed you up." Adam heals up King Tacos, and he's all good now. King Tacos tells Adam, "Treat BD too. He seems a little hurt." Adam says, "Aye, Captain," and goes to BD. He treats him as well. They continue to sail. As they approach closer to the Ragebait Sea, King Tacos tells his team, "Well, we're almost there, gang. Let's have a small feast." King Tacos, BD, and Adam have a barbecue. They're cooking some bull dick and balls and have a mug of beer. They all cheer and sing as they approach closer and closer to the Ragebait Sea. Some time passes, and they finally finish their little banquet as they arrive in the center of the Ragebait Sea. King Tacos shouts and tells his entire team, "Listen up, gang. We have finally reached the center of the Ragebait Sea. Since we're one of the strongest gooners, we obviously cannot leave our seas without a leader. So I elected some of our loyal troops as leaders of each sea, so that's all taken care of. Now then, my amazing crew. Few weeks ago, we have finally completed one of our main goals, completely erase TNR Island and its entire identity for good. Now here we are, accomplishing my dear deceased friend's goal in honor of him. It's time to finally get the Goon Piece, my dear crew. It's time to embark on a new adventure, a new land, a new era. King Tacos draws a goon tackle with runic text on them on the sea floor and awaits for what's about to come. The sky turns all black, and a whirlpool appears where the goontacle was drawn at. Some type of demonic creature comes out of and lets out a King Tacos, BD, and Adam's ears bleed from how loud it was. Adam quickly heals all of them and says, "Holy fucking shit, my ears, man. It feels like I'm listening to Che, Netspend, and Osama-sun." King Tacos says, "Don't let your guard down. His gunky pressure is too high." The demonic creature charges up some type of laser and shoots that shit towards King Tacos. King Tacos barely blocks the attack, which still harms him. The laser blast was so powerful, the sea behind them split into two, causing huge waves behind them. King Tacos, Adam, and BD look seriously damaged. They all cough up some blood. King Tacos says, "Is this an actual fucking demon? What the fuck is this thing? It's fucking over." The demonic creature grabs the ship. King Tacos says, "Yay, we're cooked, wallahi." And the demonic creature drags it towards the whirlpool. Everything goes black, and we see King Tacos and his crew. King Tacos says, "I can only see us and the ship, but it feels like we're falling through the sky." Adam says, "Yep, thought we went into the water? Did we die?" BD replies with, "Seems like we have entered what the Ragebait Sea has to offer." Few seconds pass, and the dark sky gradually turns red and redder. King Tacos looks at the sky and says, "Holy shit, I think we died, 'cause this looks like hell." Adam replies with, "Yep, we actually got sent down to hell. We might be cooked." King Tacos, Adam, and Bede finally see the floor and they all scream, "We're going to break all of our bones!" And then they finally land on the floor. Somehow they only took minimal damage. They all stand up and King Tacos says, "This literally looks like hell, man. Where the fuck are we?" King Tacos looks in front of them and he sees someone in a huge throne sitting down with a map of some sorts in the middle. This mysterious guy says,
"Hi, I'm Dante."
King Tacos senses the overwhelming gunki of Dante and he chants, "Mamá! Estoy sin blanca, desempleado. Tengo 6 asignaturas aprobadas y huelo fatal. Quiero de verdad a mi esposa, a quien conocí hace apenas 2 días. Mientras tú me abofeteas con tu pantufla y papá me golpea con su cinturón, soy un judío indio latino débil y maricón. Dame tu fuerza. Mexican Rage, Gear 3 Mode 2. King Tacos tells his team, "Get ready, guys. This guy seems to be really fucking strong." Adam goes into his super female mode 2 while BD goes into his true form. Dante gets visibly mad and waves his hand. All of them get crushed to the ground. After some time, Dante finally releases them from this gravitational hold and chains them. All 3 of them look badly hurt. Dante tells them, "Welcome to my domain, Gooners. Welcome to Dante's Goonferno. You're currently above Limbo. If you want to gain access to the Goonferno, you must sign one of my contracts. Otherwise, you'll fight me right here. Immediate death for all of you. So which one y'all choose?" King Tacos tells Dante, "Can we just go back?" Dante says, "Nope. You have summoned it on surface, so you either sign the contract or fight me to death." Adam says, "Can we read the contract?" Dante says, "Sure thing." He weaves his hand and the contracts appear in Adam, BD, and King Tacos' hand. They read the contract, the title of it, Entry to Dante's Goonferno. The description, I thou shall give my soul to one and only Dante. I thou shall fight for Dante. I thou shall give. I thou shall worship Dante only. I thou shall not take Dante's name in vain. I thou shall commit thy life to Dante's Goonferno. I thou shall give my soul to Dante. I thou shall give my soul to Dante. King Tacos, Adam, and BD look really sussed out by this and they discuss. Adam says, "Clearly this guy is just some gooner. There's no way he can just take control of our souls with a contract." BD replies with, "Good point. It seems quite foolish. Do we even stand a chance to fight him?" Akinator became useless, and the lamp is dormant ever since TNR's destruction. King Tacos says, "We'll sign the contract, we can deal about it later." All 3 are sweating, and they say, "We want to sign the contract, Dante." Dante says, "Good." He waves his hand, and a knife appears in all 3 of them. Dante says, "Slit your hand and sign it with your own blood." All 3 of them slit their hands and sign the contract with their own blood. Dante takes the contract papers and eats all 3 of them. He says, "Welcome to Dante's Goonferno." A map appears in the hands of all 3 of them, and the floor disappears. King Tacos, Adam, and BD all fall down the floor. They finally crash down on the first land, Limbo. King Tacos, Adam, and BD all stand up. King Tacos says, "Well, I expected something more vibrant, not literal hell in the rage-bait sea." King Tacos looks at the map. It seems like the map is divided into 9 parts. The lands are circles, all surrounding each other, only separated by the seas. The lands from biggest to smallest being, limbo, lust, gluttony, greed, wrath, heresy, violence, fraud, and goonery. On the map, it says that some of these lands are controlled by the Goon Lords, whatever that means. BD says, "Y'all think the Goon piece is in the Goonery land? It seems like it's the hardest to reach." King Tacos says, Probably. If it's this easy to get to Goon Piece, there has to be some catch. Let's explore for a bit. King Tacos, Adam, and BD walk around the land of Limbo. As they explore, they see a lot of dead people, destroyed buildings, and just weird creatures that are eating the bones of the deceased. King Tacos quickly kills some, as he got disgusted by them. King Tacos says, "You know, I'm really not sure if we entered the real contents of the Ragebait Sea, or we died and got sent to hell." Adam says, "Yay. This literally looks like hell. The fucking floor is made out of souls too. Look at this shit." BD says, "I feel like the souls are grabbing my legs every time I step on them. This shit creeping me out." King Tacos finally hears something and says, "Y'all, I hear something, follow me." King Tacos, Adam, and BD dash towards the sound, and as they get closer, they feel the gunky pressure on them. It's massive. They finally approach the source of the sound, and they see 3 people fighting each other. Goonbeard D0, Butt G Gassy, and E Hio. Goonbeard D0 shouts, "Genuinely, what is this manlet of a fucking toddler E Hio even doing here?" He's just making our fight annoying. Butt G Gassy says, "Genuinely, man. Just let me groom the kids already." Butt G Gassy creates a gassy gun and charges it with purple Goonki, while Goonbeard D0 spawns a Goon room. E Hio tries to use Goonra Tensei, but Zero and Butt block it easily. Butt and Zero release their attacks on each other. Goonbeard D0 gets gassed, while Butt G Gassy gets thugged by huge amounts of femboy porn. Goonbeard D0 unsheathes his sword and coats it with his Goon Room ability, and with Thuggers, Goon. He swings the sword, creating a massive slice towards Butt G Gassy and E Hio. E Hio blocks the attack using Goonra Tensei, while Butt G Gassy barely blocks it, still getting cut. Butt G Gassy charges in towards Goonbeard D0 and punches him in the face hard. He then charges his fist with purple Goonki and Gassy powers, punching Zero again with an uppercut, gassing him with tie an advanced technique. As Goonbeard D0 gets sent flying, E Hio uses his Goonra Tensei on Goonbeard D0. E Hio charges in towards Butt G Gassy and unleashes a shit ton of Goonra Tensei on Butt. Butt quickly dodges most of them, but still gets hit in the leg, locking him to ground. E Hio coats his hand with Goonra Tensei and tries to punch him, but Goonbeard D0 creates a Goon Room on E Hio and thugs him. E Hio ejaculates, making him fall down, now under hypnosis in Goonbeard D0. Goonbeard D0 charges his sword with Thugger's Goonki and swings that shit towards Butt G Gassy. Butt G Gassy quickly dodges it and releases a huge amount of incredible gassing. Goonbeard D0 cuts the gas with his sword and charges in towards Butt G Gassy. Butt G Gassy says, "Let's clash head on." He charges in towards Goonbeard D0 too. They both unleash their Goonki and clash with together, creating a massive Goon splash. Hio uses Goonra Tensei on both of them, trapping them both. As he was about to kill them, Goonbeard D0 unleashes his Goon Room, thugging E Hio once again, making him ejaculate. Goonbeard D0 charges his sword with Thugger's Goonki and slashes E Hio. This makes an opening for Butt G Gassy to swing in and hit him in the liver real hard. Goonbeard D0 throws up some blood and charges his sword with Thugger's Goonki. He coats it with Goon Room and charges in towards Butt G Gassy. Butt tries to block it, but it's futile. Goonbeard D0 is too fast. He slices Butt and then stabs him, thugging him while using advanced technique. This makes Butt G Gassy ejaculate, making him under Zero's hypnosis. Goonbeard D0 tries to slice him, but Butt G Gassy gasses himself. He inflates himself and then releases all the gas towards Goonbeard D0. Zero coughs and says, "Holy fucking smell, I'm about to tore off my fucking nose." Goonbeard D0 creates a goon room, and creates insane Fortnite skins with huge asses. He sends them towards Butt G Gassy. Butt is entranced by this and rushes forward them saying, "Holy faps, this is insane goons." As the caked-up Fortnite skins hit Butt, it explodes, causing massive damage to Butt G Gassy. Hiyo stands up and uses Goonra Tensei on Butt G Gassy. He sends Goonra Tensei towards Goonbeard D0, but he slices him away. Hayo coats his hand with Goonra Tensei and charges in towards Goonbeard D0. He swings his hands, but Goonbeard D0 easily blocks them. Zero unleashes his Thugger's Goon Key and Hayo in the face, real hard. Hayo sends out even more Goonra Tensei, but Zero easily cuts all of them up. Goonbeard D. Zero charges his sword with condensed Thugger's Goon Key and swings at it real hard. It cuts Hayo in half while sending him flying. Hayo quickly recovers from this using his Goonra Tensei abilities. As Butt G Gassy and Goonbeard D0 charge in, they notice King Tacos, BD, and Adam watching them. Goonbeard D0 says, well, would you look at that? We got some fresh meat in Dante's Goonferno." Butt G Gassy says, "Oh, King Tacos. He was one of my missions, but I was placed here instead. Can't wait to see how powerful he is." Hiyo says, "Tacos? You're alive? Shit." All three of them look at each other and scream, The Mexican one is mine! All three of them get mad. Hiyo releases his Goonra Tensei while Goonbeard D0 and Butt G Gassy unleash their goon skins. They all punch each other as they're charging in towards King Tacos, BD, and Adam. King Tacos quickly chants, "Mamá, estoy sin blanca, desempleado, tengo 6 asignaturas aprobadas y huelo fatal. Quiero de verdad a mi esposa a quien conocí hace apenas 2 días. Mientras tú me abofeteas con tu pantufla y papá me golpea con su cinturón. Soy un judío indio latino débil y maricón. Dame tu fuerza. Mexican Rage, Gear 3, Mode 2. King Tacos braces for the charge. He blocks Goonbeard D0 and Butt G Gassy's attacks. King Tacos quickly charges in towards Goonbeard D0 and lands a massive advanced combo. Goonbeard D0 coughs up some blood and charges his sword with Thugger's Goon Key. He charges in and stabs King Tacos, causing a pink Goon Key explosion inside King Tacos. King Tacos gets sent flying and lands on Butt G Gassy. Butt G Gassy gasses up King Tacos, inflating him, and then punches him away. Goonbeard D0 gets mad seeing this and charges his sword again with Thugger's Goon Key and Goon Room. He charges in towards Butt G Gassy and they clash. Goonbeard D0 says, "But I told you that the Mexican one is mine." Butt G Gassy replies with, "I said it first, faggot. Now let me groom him." Butt G Gassy creates a massive Gassy fist and punches Goonbeard D0 away. Butt G Gassy charges in towards King Tacos. Butt G Gassy unleashes his purple Goon Key and creates 2 spears. He flings them so fast towards King Tacos that even in his speed form, he couldn't dodge. He gets pierced by them. Butt G Gassy coats his hands with Gassy powers and punches King Tacos with both of the hands, gassing him completely. Goonbeard D0 comes out of nowhere and unleashes a Goon Room. King Tacos and Butt G Gassy both ejaculate. Now under the hypnosis of Goonbeard D0, Zero says, "But fuck the Mexican one from his ass now." Butt G Gassy takes his pants down while King Tacos arches. Butt G Gassy fucks King Tacos in the ass and nuts inside it. They finally get out of the hypnosis and see the scene. Butt G Gassy laughs and kicks King Tacos away. King Tacos is blushing and says, "No need for the hypnosis. My ass hasn't been fucked in some time. Feels good to feel it again." Goonbeard D0 charges up his sword with Thugger's Goon Key and sends out a massive slash toward King Tacos. King Tacos barely dodges it. His arm gets chopped off. Goonbeard D0 tries to charge in, but Butt G Gassy kicks him in the back. Goonbeard D0 ignores Butt and charges in towards King Tacos. King Tacos tries to block the attack, but Goonbeard D0 punches him in the face with advanced Thugger's Goon Key. Knocking him out could. Butt G Gassy says, "Wow, he's actually really weak, what the fuck?" Goonbeard D0 says, "My sister was friends with this fraud? No way. Well then, Butt, let's continue our duel." Goonbeard D0 unleashes his Thugger's Goon Key, while Butt G Gassy unleashes his Perfect Goon Key. In the next chapter, we cut to Adam and BD versus Hio. Hio says, "Honestly, why am I even bothering fighting you? From what I've seen, you guys are just fraudsters of frauds." Hio quickly releases Gunra Tensei and easily pins them down. Adam and BD says, "Oh fuck, he has Gunra Tensei. We're cooked." Hio says, "Really? This is the best you can do? Here, I'll release you two so it's more fun." BD and Adam got released and they go into their forms. Adam quickly charges in trying to stab Hio, but he quickly dodges all of it. Hio coats his hand in Gunra Tensei and punches Adam, making him locked in air. BD charges in and creates Seaman Blasters. Hio easily destroys them with his Gunra Tensei and punches BD with Gunra Tensei Cloaked Hand, pinning him down too. Hio goes up to Adam and BD and just repeatedly punches them over and over again. Hio gets bored and says, "Literally not even a minute and all of you are cooked, it's GG's." He fully Gunra Tenseis Adam and BD. In the next chapter, we cut to King Tacos. As he wakes up, he sees Hio unleashing his Gunra Tensei on King Tacos. Tacos quickly dodges it and charges in towards Hio, punching in the face real hard. As Hio gets sent flying, a red goon tackle appears and lightning strikes. Someone mysterious teleports in the battlefield. He releases anti-goon key. He swings his sword towards Hio, which knocks down Hio to the ground. As his goon fruit ability, wings got removed. King Tacos really fastly chants, "Mama, azótame con tu zapatilla. Papá, dame con tu cinturón, que soy un maricón Latinx. Dame tu poder. Dame tacos. Dame burritos. Dame fe en mi sangre honrada, Latinx. Porque soy el burrito bandit. Soy el rey tacos. Mexican Rage, Gear 4. King Tacos swings his hand and releases two taco punches. This mysterious person somehow invisibly blocks the attacks and slowly walks in front of King Tacos. King Tacos backs up and releases even more taco punches, but they keep getting blocked somehow. The mysterious person swings his sword, creating an insane amount of anti-gunki slash. It completely slashes the ground in half. King Tacos barely dodges it. The mysterious person slashes his sword again. King Tacos barely dodges it. As he dodged it, the mysterious person appears in front of him out of nowhere and swings his sword, cutting a part of his head clean off. King Tacos falls down, gushing out insane amounts of blood.
Yeah.
The mysterious person speaks. Not today. He takes out a knife and charges it with anti-gunki. He stabs King Tacos in the heart with it, which blocks Lil Mar from emerging. King Tacos dies. Adam screams, "Tacos! N.O. You'll pay for this!" Adam transforms into a super female mode too and tries to charge in. But the mysterious person rotates his sword to the non-sharp side and swings, creating a huge non-lethal anti-gunki slash. It hits Adam, knocking him out of the super female mode too while sending him flying. Adam drops down to the ground real hard and gets knocked out. Some time passes and we see Adam waking up. He frees BD from the Gunra Tensei and tells BD, "We have to get out of here. Right now." BD says, Okay, lead the way." As they try to escape, they see Butt G Gassy flying towards them, crashing in front of them. Butt G. Gassy says, "Well, well, if it isn't the Mexicans' fodder." Butt G. Gassy creates a spear and coats it with his gassy, no, me, goon, fruits, power. He shoots it towards BD, which pierces him and gasses him. Butt G. Gassy punches Adam in the face and charges in towards Goonbeard D0, Goonbeard D0, and Butt G. Gassy noticed the mysterious person about to teleport away, so they pounce at him. Goonbeard D0 says, "You're not going to get away from the battlefield this easily." The mysterious person says, "Scram," and releases huge amounts of anti-Gunki, sending Butt G, Gassy, and Goonbeard D0 flying. They both stand up. As they were about to charge in, the mysterious person swings his sword, sending massive anti-Gunki slash, which harms both Goonbeard D0 and Butt G Gassy. This mysterious person then teleports away while holding someone or something. Goonbeard D0 tells Butt G Gassy, "Finally, there's no one else here to interrupt us." Goonbeard D0 unleashes his Thugger's Gunki, while Butt G Gassy coats himself with purple Gunki and creates a trident. They both charge in and have a sword clash. They both back up. Goonbeard D0 sends a ranged slash towards Butt G Gassy. Butt G Gassy quickly blocks it with his trident and summons two purple Gunki stabs. He shoots it towards Goonbeard D0. Goonbeard D0 creates a rune, which the spears get trapped in. Goonbeard D0 quickly disassembles the spear's Gunki and charges in towards Butt G Gassy. Zero coats his sword with condensed Thugger's Gunki and his Goon Room ability and slashes Butt G Gassy with it, while Butt G Gassy gasses his trident and stabs Goonbeard D0 with it. They both back up. As they were about to clash, they notice Adam and BD. Both Goonbeard D0 and Butt G Gassy tell them, "Welcome to Hell, Fodders. This is Dante's Goonferno, not just the 7 gooning seas." Goonbeard D0 charges his sword with condensed Thugger's Gunki, while Butt G Gassy gassifies his trident. They both use their attacks on BD and Adam. As it was about to hit them, Adam tells BD, "Wallahi, we're finished." The attacks explode on BD and Adam, sending them flying away. Some time passes and Adam and BD finally wake up. They're on the shore of Limbo. They see their ship intact and ready to sail out. Adam helps BD get on the ship and Adam also boards the ship. Adam talks to BD. "BD, listen, they killed Tacos." BD says, No, you're lying. You're definitely lying." Adam says, "No, BD. He's actually dead. Some fucking mysterious person with anti-Gunki comes out of nowhere and slices King Tacos' head clean off. And then he suppressed Lil Mar's regeneration ability." BD says, "Did you see who it was? Who was it? Who? And how did Tacos die this easily? We literally fought everyone and everything at the same time few weeks ago." Adam, in a scared tone, says, "I genuinely do not know, BD. I didn't see who it was. We're the only ones here in whatever the fuck this place is. We have lost G-Spot Baby and Hershey too. Our crew is down to just us and our army back in the 7 gooning seas." BD says, "It was definitely Lord Blood 119, considering he's the only one with anti-Gunki. And speaking about losing members, our only choice from here on out is to find Hershey. He's the only one who can help us now." Adam says, "How though? He just randomly disappeared on TNR Island." BD replies with, "No, not randomly. Tacos mentioned that he saw a big rat fighting Saint G Choco, and then out of nowhere Red Lightning struck on them, and the big rat and Saint G Choco vanished afterwards. Very clearly a red goon tackle was used to teleport them away to somewhere." Adam says, "The only prison I can think of is the rebuilt Impel Down, but Hershey could easily escape out of it, and on Goon Jawaz, he would cause more harm there." BD says, If you cannot have him anywhere, then it's probably in a secret place like this one. I doubt there's no Goon organization presence in Dante's Goonferno. They probably have him locked up here. And if they don't, we'll find out a way to escape out of Dante's Goonferno. Adam says, "All right, BD, we'll do as you say." After all, the best move we can do now from here is find our missing and hopefully alive crewmate and try to get stronger because our captain got one tapped. Adam and BD fist bump each other and they sail out to the second land, Lust. Holy fucking shit, what a fucking arc. King Tacos literally got bodied by everyone. We literally saw him fighting everyone in Volume 16, but he just gets one tapped here by presumably Lord Blood 119. Rest in peace, Tacos. We'll miss you. Let's hope Adam and BD find Hershey, at least. Something about this land, the new era, seems wicked.
The Goon Piece! The Goon Piece is real!
Can we get much higher?